Yo, what's going on YouTube? Is I the Four Phils coming back with you guys with another video, and today it's another this is another Falke V system guide. Today we're going to be covering Chun-Li. I heard you guys liked the previous one, so we're going to continue this. We're going to go through all the characters like I said before. But yeah, today we're going to go through Chun-Li. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys do let me know which character you want me to cover in the comments. Let me know down below. Of course, subscribe if you're new, like the video if you did enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, dislike the video, that's fine too. But yeah, we're gonna go through Chun-Li. Right, so let me grab my pad. Against Chun-Li now, I go for V trigger 1 and V skill 2. That's the first thing. V trigger 1 and V skill 2. Right? I'm gonna take you guys step by step as to why those are my picks. So we got Falke over here, the best character. V trigger 1. Why do I use V trigger 1? First reason, it's good for baiting anti-airs. Now as Chun-Li, of course she can't anti-air with stand light kick anymore, but she can still anti-air with back heavy kick. As Chun-Li, when the opponent jumps, your first initial reaction is to anti-air with back heavy kick, right? Now we can already bait her anti-air with an air shot. Simply like this, right? If I play this back, this can be baited, right, with air shots already, right? If we add V trigger 1 to that, hold on, let me get that. 1, 2. So what's my air shot? 1, 2. There we go. Okay. There we go. So that's a punish. When we have V trigger 1, we can get a better conversion from that, right? Because we can combo after that. So for example, do it one more time, but this time I'll get the combo. Right. So we get way better conversions for baiting and anti-air. Now Chun-Li doesn't have too many answers. She doesn't have too many different answers for jumpings now. She used to have the stand light kick. Now she has to use that back heavy kick, or just go for that air throw. So that shuts down or makes her anti-air game scary for the Chun-Li player. They have to think about what they want to do. They may want to dash underneath or jump over, but the thing is, you're stopping them from wanting to anti-air you. So that's already good, because her anti-air game got weaker, and now she doesn't want to anti-air at all, or even less, because you now have V trigger 1. So that's the first reason. Reason number 2 for V trigger 1, we have so this one here, we have, so V trigger 1 helps to force an action from Chun-Li. Now I'm going to explain what I mean by that. It has a lot of screen control. So V trigger 1, you can use it at any time, anywhere on the screen, right? I can be up close, I can be far away, anywhere, right? So you have a lot of freedom with this V trigger, and it has a lot of screen control. Now this is really important against Chun-Li, because Chun-Li is a character that excels in the neutral. She has really good buttons. She's usually the one controlling the pace of the game with the neutral. She has the buttons for it, right? So when she can't control that anymore, or she's forced to do certain things, she struggles. So what I mean by forcing an action from the Chun-Li player is, let's say you have V trigger 1 up, for example, right? And you're playing neutral with the Chun-Li player. If you were to do an air shot, so you see right there, the Chun-Li player had to jump, right? If you were to do an air shot somewhere on the screen, the Chun-Li player would have to make a move, is what I'm trying to say. Right? That makes the Chun-Li player's movement predictable. Because if they stay there, they have to block. And then you've got plus frames. They don't want you getting in, right? But then again, if they move, they're also being predictable, and you can now predict their movement and anti-air them also. So what do you actually do? I'm doing that wrong. I need to jump. Right. So again, that once you put that air shot out, you can predict the Chun-Li player's movement. Because if they stay there, you get your Oki, you're fine. And if they jump, they can't walk forward, they can't backdash, they have to jump that. Then that's predictable, and you have an easy anti-air to deal with that. So again, V1 forces some type of movement from the Chun-Li player, which is in your favor because you control the screen when you do that. So that's number 2. Number 3 for V1 is just simply better pokes. Right? When we look at Chun-Li's buttons over here, all these buttons, Chun-Li can really contest against Falke actually. She can with these buttons. It's dangerous. But with V1, right? With V1, when you land the hit here, right? You can now convert into bigger damage. And not only bigger damage, but look at where it puts you. It puts you at this range again. This range where you now force the Chun-Li player to make a move. It puts you back at that dominant range where the Chun-Li player is forced to make a move here. When you have V1. So again, it puts you back at the space where you control the screen, which is really good. So V1 definitely helps out here. Every time you hit a button, it's also safe. You don't have to worry about confirming that much because even if they block it, you'll still plus on block. All safe. So it's just overall really good V to use in this matchup for control. If Chun-Li can't control the ground game, she struggles. She can't jump much either. Alright, let's move on to V skill 2. Why do I use V skill 2 in this matchup? Okay. Move on to V skill 2. V skill 2 complements the screen control. That's one thing. It really complements the screen control a lot. Right? You dominate the neutral more with V skill 2. And you get bigger damage from pokes and conversions.
Whenever you're ready.
For example, right? What do I have here? I don't want that. I'm gonna leave this, right? So, I already talked about V1, right? You activate V, right? You get bigger damage off the poke. It puts you at a good range as well. Now let's talk about V skill 2, right? First of all, when you don't even have V1 available, right? If you haven't built V trigger yet, you haven't built your VT, these pokes still do insane damage if you can catch your opponent. So instead of doing this amount of damage, for example, if I can get her, getting crushed. So instead of just eating a forward hard punch, for example, or just eating like a crouching medium punch, or stand medium kick, or whatever it is, right? When you have V skill 2 up now, this is even more scary for the Chun-Li player. Apparently I can't do anything. Let me just make her stop doing that so it's easier for me. So instead of doing this, for example, when you have V skill 2 up, the Chun-Li player is twice as scared because now this is the type of damage and stun you could be getting without meter and without V trigger. I'll do it again. Same goes for any normal you throw out, really, even if it's a forward hard punch. They're eating twice as much damage for a forward hard punch. That is great. So V skill 2 really helps out in the neutral. It makes it twice as scary for the Chun-Li player. The Chun-Li player may be really button heavy and throwing out a bunch of buttons, but as soon as you have this on the screen, they might hesitate. They might not want to throw out as many buttons because they know the risk that they're taking. They know the risk they're taking now. So again, V skill 2 helps you to dominate the neutral. What else do we have here? Oh, I missed something out as well. Not only does it help you dominate the neutral, but your pokes have longer range because now you don't necessarily need to hit Chun-Li anymore. As long as the orb has a hitbox when it actually detonates, right? So as long as you hit your orb, now you have an extended range on all your normals, pretty much. So again, you out neutral her with this. You have better range on the normals. You don't even need to be close to Chun-Li, you don't have to hit her. You only need to make contact with the orb here. So even more range. So that's another reason to use V-Skill 2 in this matchup. So as you can see right now, like Chun-Li doesn't have that many tools. She has an EX Fireball, which is really good, but as far as V skills and the V trigger pick, V trigger 1 and V skill 2 is really helping out here. It's really helping out. You got your zoning game, which is what Falke wants to be doing. You have your V skill, makes it even scarier. So if you catch her pressing buttons, she eats twice as much damage. So the Chun-Li player doesn't really want to go in and starts making errors like jumping a lot, trying to force a way in, and it just makes them really uncomfortable in general. What else we got here? We got, yeah, that's pretty much it for Chun-Li. This one's a lot shorter than the previous one, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna do a quick conclusion. So V trigger 1, because of the screen control, and you have safe pressure and enhanced zoning. In conclusion, that's what it is for V trigger 1. You have safe pressure, better zoning, better screen control. That's it. Safe pressure. That's all you really need in this matchup. V skill 2, just because it enhances the screen control even more. It puts that screen control from really good to over the top in this matchup. So that's my conclusion on which V trigger / V skill you should be using against Chun-Li. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe. Also, I need you guys to comment down below which character you guys want me to cover next. Because I'm not doing these in order. I'm just going to pick a random comment. Whichever character someone's interested in seeing is the one I'll be doing next. So yeah, definitely comment down and let me know what you want to see next. But yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe, share the video. We're trying to hit 1K subs. We're almost there. You guys are showing mad support on the videos, and I'm loving it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.